The opening track from the 1970 Black Sabbath album Paranoid, entitled War Pigs, is just as relevant now as it's ever been. And there's a rendition floating out there on the internet that is sparking attention, that is catching a lot of eyes and getting a lot of people to give their take on it. Now, this might be the most surprising artist to cover this famous Black Sabbath song, and it's T-Pain, and Ozzy Osbourne has given it this stamp of endorsement, all right? So we're going to get into the whole Ozzy Osbourne T-Pain situation today, and I'm extremely excited about this because this is better than you could even imagine, all right? My name is Dan Frampton. Thank you so much for clicking on to today's video with me. Really means a whole lot. If you're enjoying what you see around these parts, how's about you like, comment, and subscribe. You can check me out on Instagram if you want, and also on Twitter at Dan Frampton, all one word, the O's a zero. And with all that house cleaning out of the way, we should pull up Twitter. Now, over here, this was December 22nd. So it wasn't a new thing, but for some reason it went weeks without catching people's attention. Now, I'm not exactly sure what event this was, but T-Pain got up on stage and performed this song called War Pigs. Tweeted it out, no big deal, December 22nd, and it wasn't until January 10th that Ozzy Osbourne came round. But I think Ozzy Osbourne's heart was broken. I think he is filled with FOMO. I think he feels like he could have been a part of history and he feels left out. Old Ozzy Osbourne, sitting on his big dark throne, is feeling so sad right now. You got the King of Darkness out here and he's feeling left out. Can you imagine this? Now Ozzy Osbourne isn't really, the Prince of Darkness, King of Darkness? I'm not sure. He's more like, I don't know, emo or whatever right now. The full song was posted to the Working Together Incorporated YouTube channel that only has 228 subscribers for some reason, and that is criminal. And we're gonna react to a little bit of it. But before we do, we're gonna get into the Twitter drama. And the Twitter drama is all positive, even though it made for a broken-hearted Ozzy Osbourne that I deeply empathize with, okay? This guy invented heavy metal. This guy's been eating bat heads and dove heads for decades, and you didn't even give this guy a call? I can't even believe what I'm seeing here, T-Pain. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get into it. December 22nd, 2023. Couple weeks ago, but this was last year, and he tweets a little clip of the set, and it says, "Generals gathered in their masses." Now, that is a line from the song. This song is an anti-war protest song, and I more closely associate this with War Games from the WWE right now, which is kind of ironic because it is an anti-war song. And the War Games in the WWE by nature is pro-war. So in my tiny little bird brain, that is where this song lives in my head. Which is great because it is like a recent and relevant touchstone for this song. Which means since 1970, this song has been going on for over 50 years and still going strong, and it means just as much today as it ever has. You could bring this song back to any point in time and it's relevant. That's how well written of a song this is. But if you're like a 90s, 2000s kid like I am, you might associate Ozzy Osbourne as that mumbling grandfather that like stumbled his way through the Osbournes reality show on MTV. But this guy is a genius writer, a genius performer, and he wouldn't be anything unless he was propped up by his genius wife. But they're all batshit crazy, okay? But we're not here to talk about any of that. Let's talk about this series of tweets over here. December 22nd, generals gathered in their masses, little clip, no big deal. But then, weeks later, Ozzy Osbourne quote tweets this like he just sees it out of nowhere. Why didn't anybody tell Ozzy Osbourne about this when it even hit the internet? I don't know. But he says, "This is the best cover of War Pigs ever." That is about the highest praise you can get in music, okay? And it just came from Ozzy Osbourne to T-Pain of all people. And then he finishes off the tweet, breaks my little heart over here. You could just see him there crying with his eyeliner just running down his face. "Why didn't you guys call me?" It's so sad, man. Imagine we got this song as a collab. I don't know, that could have probably ruined it, but it is kind of funny to imagine a world where we got T-Pain and Ozzy Osbourne on stage together playing War Pigs. Now, if the WWE is watching, they could hold on to this for a whole year, bring these two out for Survivor Series War Games, and you got yourself some fire. And it got a little bit conversational out here because T-Pain responded. He goes, "You're always invited. Top of the list every time. Thank you so much." Means a lot coming from the greatness himself. All right? So that's very respectful, very cool. I love to see all of that. The top like here is pretty funny. T-Pain is now the Black Sabbath. So what I believe to be true right now is we need to eradicate Ozzy Osbourne's FOMO by getting these two guys together, and you know it's gotta be with the wrestling organization. But what is all the hype about? Is it really that good? And I shared this to my story about a week ago, being like, guys, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And it really is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Now, if you haven't heard this, if you haven't seen this yet, we're gonna go through it just a little bit. I don't wanna take anybody's content, and I don't wanna do anything nefarious to the copyright gods out here, but you guys gotta check out this at least a little bit.
You wanna go for it?
Oh, they're gonna go for it. And look at him there, he's putting the shades on, so cool. I gotta mention again, sorry for all the pausing, you know what I mean? This is a reaction video type thing, so that's gonna be the vibe. But these musicians do not look like metalheads, okay? Anybody on stage here right now doesn't look like the kind of person that would associate with this song. So that just shows me how this is not only transcending genres and decades, but cultures as well. Great job, Ozzy Osbourne. I love everything I'm seeing right now. Like, that just sounds like an R&B gospel type thing. Ah, here it comes. It's about to go down.
Generals gathered and bled myself. Sorcerer of death construction.
Alright, if you want to watch the rest of that, you're going to go to Working Together Incorporated, give them a subscribe, and watch this entire song. As you can tell, it's amazing, right? It brings it into the new millennium. It brings it into the new era. Puts a whole new fresh coat of paint on it. And not only is it the best cover of War Pigs ever, this thing might actually be the best cover ever. And like I said, the fact that it transcends decades, genres, cultures, it all comes together in this video, in this song, and in this series of tweets. So even though I think Ozzy Osbourne is a heartbroken little FOMO emo boy, I think this is all very, very heartwarming and super wholesome. If 2024 is the year that brings these forces together for something that I never knew I wanted, I think that I might be grinning from ear to ear. What do you think of this wholesome Twitter drama? I think that this is beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hey, you might even like this video over here. All right, see you later.